and Slalom's just dropped in midfield by John White as they come to the first flight of hurdles. Winterhaven over, Rustle in second. Behind those pulling hard on the inside is Pride Hill. Also in this very sedate gallop, Johnson's Glory in a prominent position in about third place. Slalom's and fourth on the outside as they jump the second. Rustle and Winterhaven in the air together, then Johnson's Glory, the Honkytonk man with the noseband moving up on the outside of that one. Pride Hill still pulling very hard, and Sir Blake also taking a good grip as they come down to the third flight of hurdles, and they're not really going any great gallop. Winterhaven jumped out in front of Rustle, the Honkytonk man, Sir Blake on the outside, then Johnson's Glory, then Slalom, and the last two, Pride Hill, whose rider's lost his cap and is still pulling very hard, and Shotingo as they jump what will be the last flight next time round. Two leaders in the air together, and the field now getting a better gallop and very closely bunched. But Pride Hill still hasn't dropped his bit. As they pass the stands, Rustle, Winterhaven, Sir Blake, Honkytonk man, Pride Hill, Johnson's Glory, Slalom on the outside, and Shotingo last of the eighth. I'm not saying Shotingo's got no chance, but Shotingo is rather the Eddie Edwards of this particular field. As they take the left-hand turn down by the horse boxes, Winterhaven on the inside of Sir Blake, who's pulled his way up in a second now. Russell's back in third. Rustle bred by Lady Tavistock, leased to Robert Whaley Cohen. He's in third, and fourth on the inside is Pride Hill. On the outside of that, the Honky-Tonk man, the favourite, going very easily in sixth place, Slalom, then Johnson's Glory and Shotingo. Just breasting that hill, Winterhaven by length from Colin Brown on Sir Blake, going nicely in second. Rustle is third, then the Honky-Tonk man and Pride Hill, then Slalom, Johnson's Glory and Shotingo. But it's early days, they've gone no great gallop as they come to the fifth flight of hurdles. Sir Blake jumps that one in the lead. Winterhaven jumped it a little bit slowly. Sir Blake from Rustle, Winterhaven, Honky-Tonk man and Pride Hill. Johnson's Glory getting a little bit closer now. Shotingo making a bit of ground, and the favourite Slalom just dropped back to last, but there's no more than 4 or 5 lengths between first and last. Winterhaven, Rustle on the inside, and Sir Blake going up to jump this just in the lead on the outside. The three of them almost in line at that. Slalom's a lot closer now. Pride Hill's on the inside, Johnson's Glory, then the Honky-Tonk man and Shotingo. This next will be the seventh and the last on the far side. Winterhaven, Sir Blake and Rustle, all almost in line. Pride Hill and Johnson's Glory made a slight mistake there. And Slalom right there with the leaders on the outside, but his rider just taking a pull, having jumped that one. And Shotingo being rushed up to join the leaders. Honky-Tonk man's dropped back to last now. Long sweep round the top end of the course. And Rustle, just the marginal leader now. Winterhaven in the inside, Johnson's Pride on the outside, going up to dispute second, Johnson's Glory rather. Pride Hill's behind that. Sir Blake's still there in fourth place, then Pride Hill, and then Slalom, and then Shotingo, who's dropped back again now, and Honky-Tonk man. But the lead is very, very closely bunched now, with 4 left to jump. Sir Blake on the outside of Johnson's Glory. On the inside still there is Winterhaven, and Rustle also right still there. Those 4 almost in line, and Slalom tracking those 4 leaders as they fan out and face the first in the straight. Rustle on the inside, Johnson's Glory coming wide, and Rustle jumps out in the lead from Winterhaven, Pride Hill in the inside, and Sir Blake, and towards the outside Slalom still there with a good position, but his rider going for his whip as they come down to the third last, and it's Rustle being pressed now by Slalom. Rustle, Slalom and Sir Blake still there on the outside, and Johnson's Glory under pressure in fourth place as they run down to the second last, and it's Rustle being pressed by Slalom on the far side, but Slalom's under the whip, and it's Sir Blake on the stand side who's going best of the 3 now, and the favourite looks beaten as they jump to second last. Rustle pressed now by Sir Blake, but now Sir Blake's coming under the whip. Slalom's running on at 1 pace, and these 3 are clear from Johnson's Glory as they run down to the last. Rustle pressed by Sir Blake. Slalom coming back again, staying on as they come to the last. Rustle from Sir Blake, Rustle and Sir Blake, Slalom challenging on the far side, running on well, Rustle and Sir Blake on the stand side, Russell's battling back, but Sir Blake's going best, 50 yards to run. Sir Blake's holding Rustle at the line. Sir Blake wins it. Rustle is second. Slalom is third. A close thing for fourth between Johnston's Glory and Winterhaven, who ran on. Then I got back to Shotingo, Pride Hill, and the last to finish, the Honkytonk Man. So the result of the food broker Persian War Hurdle, a win